Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Dancing Oracle with Najia. I'm going to do a tarot reading today for the collective tarot and oracle, both. So that is the type of reading that if you're meant to see this, Spirit will tug at your heart and say, watch this video. I have a message for you. So I'm cleansing my cards with sage from the last reading. And I'm gonna shuffle a bit. Oh, let me ring the bell. Here we go. Tangle up. Oh, I love that. I love that bell. That's from my friend Omar. All right. So the collective reading the entire reading may be for you. That's often the case. If you're meant to see it, you'll find it. But sometimes it might just be that you hear one aspect in a sentence, one aspect, a word, a change of energy, a certain kind of thought, where you say, I meant to hear that. I feel like my angels and guides are speaking through this reading, and I was meant to hear that. And that's really what it is. It's a way for you to tune into spirit. Sometimes we look for signs and symbols in different places, like in the clouds or in a spirit animal. We can just tune in, and this is one way. The signs and symbols may come to you. Just move back, and we got the Queen of Swords. Yeah, she's a very just, truthful woman. Her voice is very powerful, very strong throat chakra. She's not very emotional though. So she might feel cold, but she's a good, fair woman. Oh, and the obstruction is a failed business negotiation or contract being overturned. Oh, conscious thoughts, lots of hope, lots of dreams. The Star. Great. And the subconscious is getting a new perspective, the Hangman. Recent past, really feeling left out in the cold. Maybe had to move even. The near future, ooh, a wonderful, passionate leader who's charismatic in your near future. Someone with those qualities. Ah, the card that represents you. This could be a chronic illness. This could be a resisting change. I'll talk more about all these cards. In the environment, oh, a lot of wealth. Very, very good card in the environment. All right. And health-wise, also good. Oh, hopes and fears. Oh my gosh. Dealing with an enormous amount of anxiety, borderline mental breakdown. Kind of related to that, probably. Oh, but in the long-term future, some type of wonderful partnership. Let's see. We also have what's happening in the bottom of the deck. We'll check these out later. And we'll do some oracles, but let me talk a bit about the cards. Okay. These cards tell a story. They're telling someone's story, in my lovely viewers out in the ethers of the internet, okay? So let me just tune in, as well as tell you the traditional meanings. Just made sure I was recording. I hate when I forget to push the button and start the reading. Okay. This is the significator card. The Queen of Swords. It's a court card. And I pulled this card upright. So if you're a tarot enthusiast, you'll learn a lot about the meanings of the cards and learn how to read tarot just by watching my collective readings. If you watch them repeatedly, you'll pick up the meanings. So this is a mature woman that she might, be someone that likes to involve herself in either the law or publishing or any type of communication field. She has a very cool exterior. She's very calm. She doesn't get emotional. But when she speaks, people listen. When she speaks, it's like the law is laid down, okay? She doesn't have to be passionate or emotional because there's something in her energy field that says, oh, you're going to do this. You're going to do this, okay? Now, I'm tuning in and I'm seeing there's a messenger above her crown, like a winged bird. The crown is your enlightenment. It's your intellectual. When you go to a higher level vibrationally, there's also an intellectual level. And there's some type of message meant that's off in the distance that she's tuning into. So she has some abilities. And everything about her is the element of air. She may even be an air sign. Like Gemini would be a classic Queen of Swords. She's very smart. She's surrounded by the color blue. All right, now, this card is in reverse. It's also in the obstacle position. So it's read the way I see it this way. So the Chariot, if it were upright, it's like everything's running smoothly, or on a fast track to make a deal, make a negotiation. But when it's reversed or in the obstruction, there's some type of deal that is trying to get movement forward, but it's not. It's hit a blockage. It's like a bump in the road big time, and it can't get past that bump in the road. And there's like a lack of protection as well involved with this particular deal. Okay? Conscious thoughts that this person, this Queen of Swords, she has a dream. She has an alchemical dream of like dispersing these sacred waters, one on the ground, and gathering water and bringing it back in, and wishing upon a star, like just the vastness of the universe, and being able to communicate your hopes and wishes with that. Consciously, she's making a wish right now. Also getting something with the internet. It's something with the World Wide Web. So it's not just that it's making a wish to spirit, like when you look up at the stars and you wish upon a star, but there's something about another type of communication going out in the ethers of the internet. We have this red bird, like a little advisor, spiritual animal. And while she's going within to make these wishes, I feel like she wants something to come through on the internet. She's also trying to balance her emotions and to change and purify them. And the subconscious is right now, she, or a female energy, he, is gaining a new perspective on purpose. Not like this person is being hung on a tree. This person willingly tied themselves to a tree to kind of meditate in this bizarre fashion, but it was actually a thing in the way back when. That's why they're depicting it on the cards. This is like a spiritual going within and altering how you look at things. I've often said, to my clients that, when I was in art school and you get too close to something and you're doing your drawing, and you can't really tell if it's right or not. The teacher would always tell you, turn it upside down and look at it. And you get a whole nother perspective on things to see if it's balanced or not. Okay? So this is happening in the subconscious, really taking stock of that's kind of bubbling up to have this new look at things as you make wishes for the future and wait for everything. Now, in the recent past, the Five of Pentacles. This is a change. Someone's going through a change in the recent past. They felt like they were an outcast, left out in the cold, while everybody else is warm and comfy inside the church and communing together. And literally, feeling like a leper, feeling crippled in some manner. But in the near future, we've got this lovely king with charisma, very charismatic, very brave, can walk through fire. He's got the salamander as his totem. He's got a lot of virility and passion. He has vitality. He's learned. He's smart. As we look at the colors, that man is coming in your future. Now, this could also be if you are, it could be a masculine aspect of your own self. But I have a feeling this is a man coming in, separate from the person I'm talking about, because sometimes that masculine aspect could be a masculine leadership aspect of a woman, the charismatic aspect of themselves. That could be in some cases, because this reading is for multiple people. It's not just for one person. Okay. Now, under the star card that we just talked about, there is death reversed. These are both major arcana cards. These are highly impactful periods of your life that change your life. These are major events. So the wishes you have, I believe, have a lot to do with your health or transformation. There's there's a resistance. There's a resistance to change and letting, like holding on, like not letting things die, right? So there's a couple different ways to read death in reverse. One of them is, death, if the death were happening like this, it means the death has happened. And it doesn't mean a physical death. It can mean a physical death, but usually it's the death of something, like maybe the death of what you wished for. You're like, I've changed my mind, or the death of a relationship, the death of your career aspirations, whatever. Um, and you are now open and ready to change and transform. So this card is usually like the cocoon before the butterfly emerges. But when it's in reverse, there's a resistance to being that butterfly and that rebirth. You're resisting the rebirth. So you're clinging on to something that should have died, or you're resisting that. Like maybe you're hanging in a relationship too long and won't let go, or something like that. You're holding on to, maybe you're holding on to hope that may not be there for you, and it's why you're in the subconscious trying to get a new perspective. But also this can represent chronic illness. So I'm just thinking, if someone needs to look at their health and take good care of it, take better care of it, that may be indicated right now as a message for you. So that's how you see yourself. You're not taking care of yourself. And you're not letting yourself have a rebirth and emerge like a butterfly. And how others see you or your environment, I mean, they see you as generous, that you want to give to others, and that you're also very successful. Your environment has wealth in it. People see you as having what you need to be powerful on this planet. You're the king, like you have a king aspect. There's a king aspect in your environment. Maybe there is a man in your environment that has these qualities, but I'm getting the feeling that there's a contrast between this death and chronic illness or resistance to change, and this wealth of wanting, that there's a dichotomy between the two. So I'm starting to think like there's one way you're being seen, and another way is the reality of what you're dealing with. You may be keeping up appearances, working hard to keep up appearances, and that you're struggling with your mental facilities and your emotional needs. You're feeling like almost like this wild animal feeling, and scared. So I think that has to do with death in reverse. There may be some real health issues and kind of feeling left out in the cold in some manner, maybe because you're suffering inside, or you may have been outed from something. But there is good news that there is a deep and abiding kinship forming. Can even be the beginning of a love relationship. But this is showing like this could be two friends, these could be business partners, but they both have something that they love that's close to the heart, and they're coming together to make a partnership based on something they both love and want and need for themselves within. So that's a very good sign for the future. All right. And here and now, we have these three cards. We have a wake-up call concerning, I'm drawn to the Red Cross, like the health. There's like a wake-up call, like this, the angels are saying, excuse me, you got to pay attention. And this trumpet is blowing, and it's judgment, and it is a major arcana. Again, this card relates, I believe, to these other cards here. The conscious thoughts and the card that represents you. I think there's a real health issue going on that you can't shove aside any longer. You can't keep up the pretenses and hide this. I have a feeling that because of the next card, and because you got the moon in your hopes and fears, that there's a real struggle with mental illness, mental and emotional health. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. This card is not, this is a woman that can't deal with her emotions. And she's feeling unloved, and she's having a really hard time and struggling. The Page of Wands in reversed is like, has a message for you. So upright, it would be this wonderful message of vitality, youthfulness, vigor, because of the wand that's growing the greenery. And wands represent the fire element. And then this is youth and vitality together, youth and the vitality. Even in the desert, if you look at this card, you can see this young page is totally surrounded by wasteland, just desert, there's nothing growing there yet. This page has an idea and trusts in that little spitty sprigs of greenery, like, I'm gonna grow a beautiful, lush garden. And it doesn't mean a physical garden, it means like whatever your project is. From that little seed, everything grows. But it's in reverse. So not only are you feeling stuck in this desert, this dry, barren desert, but you can't get anything to grow and start up new. So you're feeling really lost in your heart, feeling really lost in your heart. And you had a wake-up call. You've come to the end of a cycle. This is number 20, Judgment of the Major Arcana. It's toward the end of the Major Arcana. So it's something that you've been aware of for a long time, I get, but you just haven't done anything about it. I wonder, it could even be a heart issue. I see this being left out in the cold and the woman shivering and covering her heart, and I'm just getting this feeling of an underlying heart issue that may need to be checked out, or in relation to your emotions, in relation to your emotional heart, not your physical heart, because of the moon card in reverse. And because of the Queen of Cups in reverse. So it's something about your heart, like your heart, and the lack of love, and really feeling that being shut out. You're really struggling with that. And it's showing that something needs to be done, but you get, in the long-term future, you get the beginning of something that will feed your heart. I have some oracle cards and affirmation cards, circle of healing, that I'd like to pull for you as well, for whoever this person may be, or people in my audience. If any of this resonates with you, or all of it resonates with you, I would love to hear from you. Please hit the like button. It does help me. And subscribe. And you want to ring the bell in the YouTube if you want to receive notifications when I do new readings. So I'm going to cleanse the cards with the sound vibration. But yes, hit the notification bell so you can get my alerts when I do new readings. All right, I'm going to just use some fire element. Like, oh, it's already lit. The flame is still going on. I'm going to sage the cards up. And if you like my readings, try, there's many ways to support the channel. One is hitting the like button, making comments, sharing my videos is a big one, subscribing. Those are all free ways to help support what I do, because it will help people to find me, and it will build the channel up, and it will keep me doing readings, because I have a response. But if you want to be generous, you can buy me a coffee. It's in the description link, how to buy me a coffee. Send me a few dollars for a coffee. It's this new thing I haven't experienced it yet. I just put it up there. Or you could schedule a private reading with me via phone or Zoom. Or come and take a dance lesson with me on Zoom, or a class. So that's why I'm called the Dancing Oracle, because I'm also a dance teacher as well as an artist. This is the card. Let's see what it says. The One. Wow. Number 30. The One. The One. Oh, I wonder. So this is from this. I love this artist, by the way. Let me just get my glasses on. And Kim Kranz. All right, let me just show you the Wild Unknown. I just saw part of a YouTube video where she's being interviewed by someone named Marcus. So I have to finish watching it, but it looked really interesting. She's a fantastic artist. I bought this deck because I just love her artwork. I just love her depth of her tuning in. So anyway, I also have her tarot deck. I'll use that sometime. The one, the one, the one. I keep thinking about someone who's looking for the one. Like, I wonder if this reading has something to do with a breakup that really affected somebody because they felt left out in the cold and they're having emotional and mental problems right now because it's affecting their health so deeply. All right, so let's see what this oracle book says about the one. It says, our ability to experience this archetype firsthand is limited. It comes in brief and potent moments that we are left to savor for a lifetime. The one is both the energy that unites all living beings and our capacity to sense this intimate union. This archetype eludes us most of our lives, appearing as a concept in a distant galaxy. Oh, remember the star card? The card that represented the conscious thoughts? Oh, let me just sit here. I'll show you because it's relevant to this card. Yeah, here. Kind of reminds me of this, what they're saying. Okay. Yet, when we are in the midst of its power, a solemn reverence falls across the land. We glimpse ourselves in the vastness of all consciousness and are neither small nor large within that field. We are neither important nor unimportant. All duality fades away, and we are left with what is, the precious knowing that life is a gift, and we are both the giver and the receiver of this fortune. This card has to do with non-duality, one love. And there's a side note here. Let's read that. It is said that Om, O-M, is the primordial sound of the universe and that all other mantras are born from it. Simply imagining this possibility will activate the one. Let's read that again. So this is definitely about a love reading. Someone lost their love, is wishing far away to find their soulmate. Perhaps that's why I kept getting internet from the star card. I said, it's not just about calling out to the heavens. Where'd that card go? I kept getting internet, maybe online dating. Then they find their future love with the cups together. All right, let me just read that again because I'm all excited for whoever you are. I'm all excited for you. It is said that Om is the primordial sound of the universe and that all other mantras are born from it. Simply imagining this possibility will activate the one. We're all connected. We're all connected. And if you go back to that source and just imagine it, it will activate it like a seed getting water and sunlight. Yeah, baby. Here's a Latin word. The unus mundus is a circle representing the unity of existence. It is it possible that the beginning and the end of all things is love? Absolutely. Yes. Didn't the Beatles say that? Love is all there is. Love is all there is, right? Yeah, this is a beautiful. So someone out there, or many of you, I hope there's more than one person. Maybe you are the one, the only one that is meant to hear my reading. But I have a feeling there are many of you meant to hear this reading. I think many of you are searching for the one. And you've been left out in the cold in the past. Let me show you that card again so you can relate. I think you need to see the symbols to relate. Okay? So you were feeling really left out in the cold in the past. Like everybody inside that church seemed like they had it all. You know, they have their families, they have their loved ones. And it's just horrible out there, right? This darkness and the snow, just feeling disabled and feeling like a leper and disabled, a little bit of both. So the leper has to ring the bell to keep people away, you know? Feeling like you have to have an invisible wall around you that you didn't fit in some manner. I'm getting that you needed an invisible wall. But gaining this new perspective, you know, getting that time out, you know, taking that time, like not right, like, you know, I'm getting that this person in the subconscious knows that they shouldn't rush into a relationship, and they needed to gain perspective to just really look at their patterns and deal with their shadow self and say, why did I attract this, and why am I just so fragile and going through all this mental and physical problems that we saw pulled. And you know, the hard thing is, like, everyone thinks you're doing well, you know? They think like you are, you know, this is a health card as well as wealth, health and wealth. And everyone in your, you know, and how they see you and how your environment is, that it's that you have everything, you know, that you need. But the reality is, because the apple, like I mean, maybe you were left at the altar. This is like a contract. You know what I mean? Or something was broken engagement or something. Because that's like a contract. And you're resisting. And it's worn you down. But if you can turn this energy around and let yourself be that butterfly emerging from the cocoon, you will have that start of love. And like I could just see that you're cool on the outside, but boy, are you emotional on the inside. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm getting. I'm getting that you're all Queen of Swords on the outside. That's up, and that on the inside, you're Queen of Cups reversed. Very fragile. Queen of Cups reversed. Okay? You know, really fragile with the moon reversed. But because you took a perspective and took some time out to reflect and not rush in to find the one across the ethers of the internet or time and space, you have this coupling, and this is not like the lovers where it's all this incredible union right away. This is starting out as friends, or not rushing into things so deeply, but you're having a meeting of the hearts, and you have protection above you. It's a good sign. So I think you're gonna do well. You remember about activating the seed to just, by the way, this is really interesting about pulling this particular oracle for your reading, because do you remember, oh my God, the angel sounding the trumpet? It's like an om sound, right? It's like the om sound, the one. And it's that primordial type sound. And it's a wake-up call. And they talked about making the sound and imagining it. Let me go back and read that little side note, because it was really good, because that empowers you to create the life of your dreams. Okay, number 30. It is said that Om is the primordial sound of the universe and that all other mantras are born from it. Simply imagining this possibility will activate the one. So that sending that vibration out there, sending that vibration out through the ethers, the one will find you. All right, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it meant something to you. I hope it helps you. I'd love to hear from you. And if you want to schedule a reading with me, there's my contact information. My contact information and website are only for readings, not for comments. Okay? Comments are in the comments section. I do read them all. I hit the like button. Even if the comment was nasty, I'll still hit the like button. It meant I read it. And I do try to answer every single comment. If I can't keep that up, please don't feel badly. If I can't always answer every comment, but I will read it. Okay? I wish you the best. And let me know if this resonated with you, if you felt like you're going through this right now. And think about what you're going to do to heal the situation. I'm all falled out. I'm in my pumpkin colors and wearing my warm stuff, and my hair is all crazy after teaching dance and being sweaty. I just realized what I look like now that I have my glasses on and I can see myself. I will try to be more glamorous next time. Anyway, please write to me. Let me know what you think about it. And if you try to plant that seed by just putting that vibration out there, I'd love to know if later something comes back to you, if the one comes back to you. Take care. Bye.